Hi, my name is Jess and I'm currently a Principal Air Quality Consultant at AECOM. I live in Surrey with my husband and 2 children, I just wanted to give you a little video about my career. So I did a BSc in Environmental Geoscience at the University of Bristol. And then I went to Nottingham and I did an MSc in Environmental Science, followed by a PhD, which was environmental science, mostly soil science and geostatistics. And that was working very closely with the British Geological Survey and looking at heavy metal solubility in soils. While I was writing up my PhD, I needed a job and I found an advert for a local authority air quality officer that was part-time, so that was perfect for me. So I joined the council as their air quality officer, and I quite enjoyed doing that, although I really wanted to work in contaminated land because that was more closely related to my PhD. So I was looking for a job in contaminated land when I finished my PhD, but I was obviously applying for anything that I could do, and I ended up taking a job with Muirhead as an air quality consultant, and from there I was there for 7 years, and then I started with the ORS, which is now AECOM, where, as I said, I'm now a Principal Air Quality Consultant. So that was my route into air quality consulting. So AECOM is a large engineering firm, although I think of myself as a scientist rather than an engineer. But we do, of course, work fairly closely with engineers, such as transport engineers, process engineers. So in the environment field where I work, it's fairly balanced. There's plenty of women in the workplace, so I don't particularly notice most of the time that I'm a woman so I don't feel like I'm a woman in a man's world, whereas in other areas of the business that may be more true. I've had a lot of support at AECOM, mainly from a senior manager who is the only woman on the board at her level, and she ran a mentoring scheme a few years ago where we were able to discuss women in the workplace, sexism, the fact that the majority of sexism that you may come across these days is institutional, unconscious, kind of built into society, so it's in some ways harder to call out than the blatant sexism of the past, and sometimes hard to notice that it's happening to you as well. So it's very useful to be able to have a group like that where you can talk about your experiences. She's really been an inspiration to me because she's got 4 children, but she's reached this very high level in her career. And she's not a traditional power dresser, you know, she's very much herself, a bit of a hippie, and I love that she hasn't gone down the corporate route, as it were. So you really can be yourself and do well in a career in engineering. So I mean, I've had 2 periods of maternity leave, and I've come back to work part-time. So I've worked 4 days a week for 9 years now, and that's obviously a possible area for discrimination, but I've found everybody to be very supportive of that, and over the past 9 years I've found that there are more and more people working part-time, so it's far more common, people understand and respect it, so that really works for me.